Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jocelyn and today we are getting ready to go to a Muppets themed drive-in event. So clearly I've gone to one before. If you can see my shirt, I'm bad with the camera. We went last year and it was super fun, and this year they're doing it again with two different movies. I think we're watching Muppet Treasure Island and Muppets Most Wanted. Don't quote me on that. We'll see later when we go. I don't remember. But yeah, so I got on my theme t-shirt and I just wanted to get ready with you guys, show you the makeup I'm gonna do, and then maybe I can show you a little bit of the event when we go later. Alright, so I have a pretty specific idea for my makeup. I want to do rainbow eyeshadow. I've tried to do this one time before and it did not work out really how I had envisioned it, but I have a different plan for this today. And if it doesn't look good, it's not the end of the world, because who's gonna see it? I'm gonna sit in a car and watch a movie and have a great time. So first things first, I should pull my hair back. Alrighty, so I'm starting with a clean face. It's freshly washed. And I'm going to go in with the CeraVe AM Facial Moisturizing Lotion. And this one has SPF 30 and it's oil free. So I've got kind of like combination, maybe a little bit more oily skin. And this stuff works out pretty well, and it's got SPF in it, which is super nice. And then, just because I've moisturized the rest of my face, I'm gonna go in with some lip balm. Today I have the Zara & Co. The Balm, and this is in mint. And this one's super nice. It's super soft on lips. It reminds me of spearmint gum. So the first thing I do before I do any makeup is curl my lashes. And I know that might be a little counterproductive, but I don't like putting the eyelash curler on top of like my done makeup. It feels like I'm just gonna ruin it. So I just do it to start with, and usually it lasts pretty well until I get my mascara on. If you have any tips on curling your lashes, please tell me, because I feel like I got pretty good at it for a while, and then all of a sudden I started to get really scared whenever I put this thing up to my face, and now it's a nightmare every time I try to do it. Next, I'm gonna go into my base makeup. Now, I don't do base makeup every day of my life. I mostly do eyeshadow and just in general eye makeup, and that's just kind of what I prefer in general. But if I'm gonna do like a full look like this, I do like to do some base makeup, you know, set myself up for success. I think I'm gonna go with the Power Grip Primer tonight, and hopefully nothing comes off my face. So next I'm going to go with foundation. I only have one foundation option, and that is the CoverGirl True Blend, oh my god, the CoverGirl True Blend Hydrating Foundation, and I have it in the shade, I'm guessing it's L1. I think this one's a pretty good match for my skin tone. I'm not the best at matching complexion products on me, but I think this one's pretty good. And then I'm going to go in with concealer. Now, I have two concealers. I have the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Hydrating Concealer, and I have the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. I do think I'm going to use this one though. I just kind of want to add some brightness and definition to my face. And then I've got a mini beauty blender, and it is damp, and I'm going to use that to blend in my concealer. Alright, so the next step is blush, because I tend to use a lot of cream blushes, cream and liquid blushes. Now today, Since I'm gonna do so much color in my eyes, I don't think I want to do like a crazy colored blush. I think I just want to do something kind of neutral and like basic. So I'm gonna use this e.l.f. liquid blush. It's a camo liquid blush, so kind of the same line as the concealer. And this is in the color Suave Mauve. Now, this is one that I use almost daily because I think it just looks nice on my skin tone. I don't know if it's a little too dark, whatever, but I'm a blush girly. I like the blush. I like the color. So even if it's a little bit of it like a darker or like more intense blush, that's kind of what I go for. So that works for me. And then once again, using a damp beauty blender, I'm going to blend that in. Alright, the next step is powder. Now I have a Wet n Wild contouring palette. I'll be honest, this brown shade is a little too warm and maybe even a little too dark for me, but I do use it sparingly as much as I can. And I use the lighter powder to kind of set my under eyes and like my forehead and stuff where I put the concealer. I have no idea how this looks on camera, but if it looks crazy, I promise the contouring in this lighting at least doesn't look awful and like super dark. It's not my favorite contour, and I would like to try some different products, but I've had this one so long and I just like to use things up as much as I can, so I'm really just trying to get through as much of it. And as you can see, I'm already touching pan in the light shade, so it's not gonna last forever, I know, but I just wanna use it up until I can't anymore, and then I will look for a different contouring product and hopefully one that matches me a little bit better. And then finally, I'm going to set everything using this Wet n Wild Photo Focus translucent powder. I probably don't have to do this, but it makes me feel better to set all the products because I use so many cream and liquid products that this just feels like it's sealing everything in and kind of helping blend some of the stuff too. And if nothing else, this fluffy brush feels so nice in my face, so it's kind of just like a little me time, I guess, while I'm doing my makeup. And then before I go and do anything else in my face, I tend to set my makeup. Because I'm about to do a bunch of eye makeup, but that means my hands are going to be kind of on my face. And since I did my base makeup first, I don't want to be like rubbing into it and bothering at all. So even though I put primer on, I am going to go in with a little bit of the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. So next I'm going to zoom you in and we're going to do my eyes. Okay, I feel scarily close to you, so I'm so sorry. Look, I know it's blurry. You know it's blurry. I know that you know that it's blurry. But what can I say? I'm a one-man band over here. Also, I should probably preface this by saying that I'm recording this by myself and trying to do the camera by myself, but it's in a corner and I have no viewfinder, so I hope everything is in focus. It's not. I'll do better in the next one. So moving on to the eyes, I always start out with an eyeshadow primer, and I'm going to use today the Wet n Wild Mega Last eyeshadow primer. So I think what I'm going to start with is the inner corner. Crazy, but I'll probably go back over it later. But I want to do yellow. Now I have 3 pretty good yellows here, but I think I want to match the yellow of my shirt the most, and looking at these, I think I'm going for Jurassic Park. I feel like this is one of those looks where I'm just gonna have to trust the process. Like, it's probably gonna look god-awful until I blend things together, and then maybe it'll start to look okay. Next would be orange. Now I don't have as many orange options. I have a lot of more like natural orangey shades, but then I also have this bright neon orange in this palette, and I think that could be kind of fun. So I think I'm gonna go for that. What am I doing? Alright, so I was gonna put this on the top of my lid, but now I'm like, that's not right, because orange comes before yellow, and I did yellow in the corner, so I have to put the orange on my lower lash line. This was certainly not the brush to do that with. I'm gonna switch brushes. Alright, now if I want to work on my actual eyelid, I think ROYG Biv. So I would have to do green next, but I don't want to do like a super green. I think that won't blend well. I think it has to be kind of like a yellowy green. But I'm also, it's the Muppets. It's got to be a Kermit green, right? Ah! Too many options. Alright, I might blend some things together here. I guess I didn't really explain. I hope everyone understands. Like, I'm doing a rainbow because of Rainbow Connection. I don't even think we're watching that movie tonight, but every time I think of Kermit, I just think of rainbows. So, that's why I'm doing this. But also, just, you know, it's fun. Alright, so next would be the Roy G Biv. Would be blue. So I have blue and purple left to go. Now what kind of blue do I want to do? Since this goes across the lid, it could be kind of fun to do like a glittery blue, sparkly blue. I'm going to take this one on my finger just because it's very soft and shimmery, and hopefully that'll work. This might not have been the color to take. I don't know. I will blend it out. I promise. It won't look that crazy. I promise. Maybe if I have like a glittery green, I will blend that in a little bit too. I feel like that was a choice that I just made. I hope that is not a bad choice that I just made. Alright, I'm gonna take some of this bright blue here and try to blend it out. I do have like a reflective type of thing. Here we go. Let's do just a little bit of this to blend it in. I don't know if that worked, but this is also one of my favorite eyeshadows, so I will use it on any and every look that I can. I think that helps. You can still see the shadow of like where the blue starts, but when it hits the light, all the shimmer I think just really blends together. Alright, problem solved, I think. So now I gotta go in with purple. So I'm gonna go back with that little pencil brush and take up some of this deep purple. Now I think I want to do kind of like a V shape. I always try those and I feel like I'm not that good at it, but what's the shame in trying again, I guess. That purple blends into that blue pretty well, but I also do have kind of like an indigo-y shade, so I think I'm just going to use a little bit of that to go in between. I gotta be honest, I'm really impressed with this so far. That doesn't always happen when I do my makeup, but this in particular I'm feeling pretty good about. May have started rough, but it's going okay. Alright, so now I gotta do red. I just like scratch my nose with my makeup finger and I'm worried that now there's blue sparkles all over it. I don't think so. Alright, I've got a pretty bright and deep red in this Jurassic Park palette, so I think I'm gonna go for that. Is this looking a little circus clown? I don't know, you tell me. Well, regardless of if it's reading as clown or not, I still like it. I think it's very pretty, actually, and I think all these colors actually blended together pretty well. Alright, well, to be honest, I think that's probably a majority of the eyeshadow I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use this matte white out of the Turtle palette and just sort of brow bone and blend a little bit. I don't know, I gotta say, I really like this. Now watch me mess it up with eyeliner. I'm gonna try to follow the, like, V shape I made with the eyeshadow. That one didn't turn out awful. It is a little large. But the trick is always trying to match it on the other side. Alright, well they definitely don't match. But I don't think it's awful. Like, I don't know. I don't want to do the thing that I always do, is just keep putting eyeliner on and then you mess it all up and then it looks bad and then your whole eye is covered in eyeliner, and I don't want that. So I'm not gonna do that. And then the last thing for my eyes is just mascara. I guess I didn't mention this either. I used the CoverGirl Perfect Point Plus liquid liner in black. Is this just black? Yeah, I think it's just black. It also says shake well, and I did not shake well, so oops. And then I used the Maybelline New York Great Lash Big in Blackest Black for mascara. The next thing I'm going to do is my eyebrows. Now I use the e.l.f. Lock On Liner and Brow Cream, and this is in the shade Light Brown. I feel like every time I do my eyebrows, I miss having the little section that I like shaved out a while ago. And then I'm always tempted to do it again. But the thing is, I do it, but then I always feel like I do it incorrectly, and then it's in the wrong spot, and then it drives me nuts because I think it looks bad and I just fill it in with makeup anyway. So I'm really trying to just like not. But maybe one day it will make its grand return, we'll see. And then I'm gonna go with highlighter. Now, I have a lot of highlighter options, but I haven't used this one in a while, so I think I'm gonna use it. It's the Jurassic Park Illuminating Highlighter, Jurassic Stomper. Now this one's kind of like a chunkier glitter highlighter, which is not for everyone, but given the look, I feel like I can get away with it this time. I'm gonna say that's it for my makeup. I don't think I'm gonna do lipstick today, just because I'm gonna be literally watching movies and eating food, and that's just not really conducive to that, so I'm probably gonna skip that. But I will, however, bring my e.l.f. lip oil with me, and this is the Glow Reviver lip oil, and it does have a color. I think it says 1 a.m. session. I don't have my glasses on. I can't read. But this is like a tinted lip oil. And I think if I'm gonna wear anything, it's probably just gonna be this in place of like a chapstick for the night. I'm about to go eat lunch, so I don't want to put that on right now. How could I forget? Is set the rest of my face with setting spray. Better where my fan went. Wow. That was the closest I think I've ever gotten to like snapping the fan open the way that all the beauty gurus do. Alright, I guess I should do something with my hair because this is not really the look. And get my glasses on and go eat some food because I am hungry. But yeah, that's it for this little kind of tutorial portion of the video. Thank you for watching me do my makeup, and I'll see you later. Did I just do finger guns? Alright, well, it's clearly not the same day anymore. I fully planned on recording more little bits at the actual drive-in event. However, my phone was dying, I didn't bring my camera, and it was raining all night, so that just didn't really happen. But what I will say is that I am really happy with the way that my makeup turned out, and when I came home at 2 a.m. I did not want to take it off my face. So I would call that a success, and I definitely want to do more looks like that in the future. Honestly, I'll just recreate the rainbow look again over and over again because I think it just turned out so well. Not to toot my own horn or anything. I was just really happy with the way it looked. The night itself was very fun. We watched Muppets Take Manhattan, not Muppets Most Wanted, and Muppets Treasure Island, although I did fall asleep during Muppets Treasure Island and I've never actually seen that one before, so I do need to watch that one again at some point. But it was a super fun night. It was raining basically all night, and that was not so fun because that meant we kind of had to sit in the car, but it was warm outside so the windows would fog up. And there's a point where Joey's car battery died because he kept turning on the AC without turning on the rest of the car. So it was eventful. We also had a few jump scares through our open windows from the other people at the event who tried to get into the wrong car. Again, it was eventful. Very fun, very funny. And of course the Muppets is always a good time, so I'm really glad I went. If you've never heard of the Mahoning Drive-In Theater before, let me quickly spout off my little blurb. Words are failing me now. The Mahoning Drive-In Theater is a small drive-in in Pennsylvania, and their main focus is on film. They still show all their movies on the original film reels, and they bring back a lot of cult classics and a lot of kind of lost films, and they do screenings for local movies and things like that. This is a place that Joey started bringing me to when we started dating, and it's quickly become one of my favorite places to go, especially over the summer. It's just a cool thing to go to a drive-in theater, and as much as I love watching movies in the movie theater, there's something about sitting outside with your friends, eating like camp food and just looking at the stars while you're watching a movie. And the Mahoning Theater in particular seems to have such a good audience. So many people love coming to this place that it's always a good time no matter what you're watching. Everyone that comes just really has a true love for art and media, and I just think that's so wonderful, especially today's day and age where everything's being taken over by AI and all sorts of things. Please don't get me started. But in general, I can't recommend going enough. We've seen people come from all different states before, so, you know, just because I live in Pennsylvania and this is a place that we can drive to, don't let that stop you from going, even if you live somewhere else, because honestly, it's so fun. And in general, if you have a drive-in theater in your own local area, please go there. Please, like, support art, support local places. That's so good. And I'm sure you're gonna have a really good time too. So yeah, that's my piece. I just always like to share about the things that I enjoy and that I care about, like art and media and fun local places and things to do. That's kind of all I got. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me do my makeup, even though it was blurry, even though it was chaotic. Yeah, I'll do better next time. I'll try, I guess. If you did like it, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to comment down below. How do you think it turned out? What's your favorite Muppets movie? What's your favorite place to watch movies? And if you have not already, hit the subscribe button down below to see more videos like this from me in the future. I've got another makeup video already recorded. I just have to edit it. And I make all sorts of creative content. I do monthly vlogs and who knows what else. I kind of just go on with the flow, I suppose. So, yeah. I'd love to have you along with this journey with me. But for now, that's it for me. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!